G'day Australia. Hello world. I'm Cole. Come for a walk with me today. Walking on country of the Yugambeh speaking peoples. We're in Burleigh, for want of a modern name. G'day. Here in Miami, Gold Coast. My stomping grounds. Greetings, blessings. Sharing to you behind me there, the sacred circle. Sacred circle. Gone quiet today. Maybe sometimes others come. This is from the Yugambeh mobs. Yugambeh, you hear that? They come here. Their family mobs. They included the Kamban Mari, the Wanan Garibura, the Minan Buddha, the Munanjali folk, and the Guninjin. Can't forget the Birambara and others. This was their place where they gathered, looked after here by the Yugambeh mobs. Sharing that to you today. Special place. Still exists here in our time. Yugambeh, it wasn't a tribe as such, but a language group. All them mobs I just mentioned to you then. All them family clans around. That was their language. Yugambeh language. Sounds like, let me say something. Tricky. Mibum wala minanjala nanjala dagan. Who am I to speak today? But that's their lingo, you know. Yugambeh mob. Same in the way that Bunjalong, you know. Bunjalong wasn't a tribe, you know, but it was a language group. A lot of mobs spoke Bunjalong, you know. Same thing. But after all, how many speak English today? We're not all English, are we? Same deal.
Walking on country, 15 minutes down the road, and here's a story telling of what's in the land. A journey going on there. A lot of people moving about, berries and fruits, food source there. Oh, men there, look. And the kangaroo track, a spear, hunting going on. Women and the little ones there, the Yurums, collecting food source. This is a place of sustenance. Look at that scene there. A place of irrigation. Irrigated land means oysters, fish. A lot of people coming from all sides. Off on that journey, their footprint seen there. They journey along the river of the blood of life seen alongside. All headed somewhere. All headed there. Oh, look at that sharing place. All together there sharing. That's a midden mound for eating on a mound. That's a big hill seen there. This will be interesting. Must be nearby. Perhaps we can walk some more and go and see it. A lot of these symbols you've seen before. Gobi Teki, ring a bell. Egypt, India. Signs like that of original man, the you and woman. Signs like that, the irrigation channels seen all over India. Older than time is old language. And look at that. Most would miss that. The outer circles, moiety, the trees, the animals, all the things in the world around us. The inner circles there, the tribes and the mobs. Inside, the elders making up the sacred circle. What a story. Pictogram. That can be found there at Jericho on the Gold Coast Highway at Burleigh. Look out for this place. See it on the veranda? And there you'll learn the story. of the land, the midden mound, the sharing. So let's go. Let's keep on walking. Let's follow those footsteps there. Let's see if we can find it in the land, and the land might open up. Not the first time we followed such a map. Old Egypt, an image copying Cultural Australia. Well, they used exactly the same maps. And of course that was wonderful. Their maps, having the knowledge of Australian traditional concepts and values, allowed us to be able to open up the land, looking to Egypt and seeing how it was they seen through their eyes, allowing us in Australia to discover these wonderful places. Again, reconnecting country and culture to the beginning place. Mari, the great mother, bringing us sustenance in the water, which allowed us through those maps to understand things like this, that they copied there into Egypt, and why it had water around it, unfolding all those wonderful things. So back here we are in the land once again, following that map, that irrigated water it spoke of, following those footsteps, now concreted over, but still we can make that same journey, walking along, remembering, and it's about that. It's about remembering, reminding us all, the learning in the journey, along the path it takes. So there she is, as we've seen on the map. Irrigated water doesn't mean pumps and things, you know. Nature irrigates too. It's only modern man sees things differently. Learning is in the journey. The foods talked of there on the map, the crabs, a wonderful environment for those, the pippies in the sand and the oysters. It's all there. Picture in the land, sustenance, it's all about the water. Beautiful, clear, unpolluted, fresh.
Ancient land. The waters of the Dillabul, called Talabudja today. Been washing over here for eons of years. Heaven on earth, a paradise. Old fella would have been there with his woman. He'll be spared from that rock in his day. Family for the dinner, as the Durhams run about, and his booker played all around. The midden mound's just there behind the trees. Beautiful. Paradise lost.
So there it is, as the map says, sustenance. Sustenance needed for life. The fruits and berries in the trees, the pippies and shells in the water. It's all about the water. Unpolluted, fresh, brings the consistency for life to exist.
Walking the banks of the Talabudja River. I've seen this before. An unusual deposit of stones and branches piled up metre thick in places. What natural circumstance brought that on? Local artists seeing the magic in it, making things. Look at that. Pretty to watch.
As the land opens up and swallows us all whole, takes us back into deep time, looking into the past as if nothing ever changed. In the distance you can hear the children play, the hunters shouting each other, the ladies foraging for grubs and berries, their village and huts busy as ever. Back we go, back into deep time, and how it once was, the learning in our journey.
Maybe about. Seems uninhabited. Might as well move in. Not a bad spot. Add some brush to the roof. Wouldn't be too hard to waterproof. Certainly keep the wind off. And what a view.
Told of upon a map in the sacred circle, the moiety around us, family, the animals, the plants, all about, the ibis, Tucci, Thoth, the brothers across the sea call him, to us the one who taught us how to read, write, talking in paints. Mother there, no greater parent than a bush turkey. They used to fly once, you know. The bush turkey, under her or his protecting wings, all would be safe. Great story in Mount Warning nearby tells of Malili, the great bush turkey. Seen on that map, moiety, family. That great protecting mother the turkey is, building a mound, like a primordial mound, in culture stories passed down for tens, thousands of years, all under her protecting wings, was safe. And again, that culture across the sea, our younger brothers, copying all things, placed mother, the turkey, on her head too, her tail seen there, protruding, imaged as they did, the 7 sisters of Pleiades upon her head. Later things would have changed as the stories and the passed on teaching finished, replaced by a bird with no tail. The great protecting mother lost a piece and was replaced with a vulture instead, rejoining the path and the learning in the journey. The land full of sustenance either side of the trail. This place of the great mother, the great creator spirits that bring the sustenance for life, to be seen all around, along the path on the river of life. Arrived now at that other place on the map, the mound, the people sharing.
Looking around the midden mound, eating place of those young and bear speakers. You can see what they've been eating. Oh, look at that. Kinyongara to them. Oysters. Look at that. Ungari to those. Ungari pippies. Oh, still talking their lingo. Look at that. Jubilee crab. Certainly a fine variety of food. Science tells us these midden mounds go down in this area here several meters deep. Best time they can put on that is minimum 28,500 years of the same mobs, same families, sitting here every day, sharing, eating, having their kinyingjara, oysters. This is interesting. Just a few metres on, the bush turkeys kicked up the dirt around. And some of these shells in the midden mound, more whole, not so shattered and broken, showing a much lesser antiquity. Sharing, feeding, still went on here, only up until recently. The tools, breaking the shells, still around to be found. The secrets kicked up in a bush turkey's mound.
Noticed anything unusual yet? As we walk around? Most don't. Don't be surprised until you see the twisting, the turning, at every twist and turn as you look around.
And the twisting in the branches. Look at that. Still a sacred place. You can see it in the trees. Feel it in the air. Hear it, the resonance coming through the leaves. Different place today, but still, the magic's still there, seen in the trees.
All the land is a sacred place, but there are places more sacred than most. So walking on country, for me, attached to country. I don't need to be searching. Those places show themselves in the trees, in what goes on before your eyes as the land unfolds. The most sacred things make themselves known. And then the forest comes to life. It's not just the living things telling a story in the plants and the animals and the clans all sharing. It's in the rocks, in the earth. It tells a story too. Looking all about, listening. Up there, look at that. A nana, a teaching uncle, a nana. He would have sat there, teaching a young fellow on his journey, in his learning life, looking out to the sea, out to there, seeing the rock in the lay of the land, in its hexagonal shapes. That old man, he would have taught him something special. Kumbari legend, that old man would have told, tells of this place, of Jarragal, how it got its name, from Jarrabin, that great giant, that spirit. One day Jarrabin come. This was all flat lands then, all flat sand. Jarrabin swam out to the sea, far out to the horizon. And then he swam back again. Coming back, he stretched his hands up high into the sky. And raising his hands, he broke the land and took it up with him. His fingers high into the sky formed the hexagonal rock that we see left there today, forming the mound, the hill that is Jarragal, came out from Jarrabin in his mighty stretch, breaking, cracking the land. That's what that old Nana, he would have taught that young man. Adding in to what makes this place so sacred as it is, the rocks, they tell the story too of Jarrabin. Away from the coast, temperature changes, drops, cools, a new world unfolds. You've heard my voice enough. I'll be quiet now. Let's just walk together, quietly, until we get to the top. The learning in the journey. Walking together, we've arrived. Nay, 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 look out, said that way. Pretty, ain't it? But next time you nay, look out. Look out now through different eyes. Next time you look out, and you look to places like Burleigh, seeing Brisbane there in the distance, in the north, call Jamboree, looking to Nobbies and seeing it as Jebrablum, and Miami as Boombara. Surfers paradise today. Wasn't always that way. Jarraparilla, dancing ground is that place. Looking to the north, next time you see there, Stradbroke Island, Munjaba is her name. Spinning about, looking back. Manila, said that way. Now looking south. Talabajua Creek. Talabajua. Jullabai Creek. Nagaman. Jullabai Nagaman. Talabajua Creek. Still looking south. Karamban. She kept her name. Place of the shifting sands. The whooping pine there. Looking further down the line, Kira, she kept her name, place of the white cockatoo, way down, Wanjia, the north side of Tweed Heads. Kenyan Yakaraba, Tweed Heads. Well, I hope you all enjoyed walking on country with me. I enjoyed taking you with me. And remember, the learning is in the journey. And when you're on country, remember to look around and those things we learned today of moiety, our family in the trees and the plants and the animals all around. that most important thing of all, it's all about the water. We were lucky today on our journey, knowing where we were going. After all, we had a map. That wonderful insight helping us along the way. But remember, when you're in country, don't just walk forwards. Remember, no,